Hello and welcome to the virtual exchange component for the workshop for both Gottingen and St. John's University students from the United States. This is a brief review of what took place during our Zoom session 1, what we will be doing, what you're supposed to be doing for challenge 1, and information concerning our guidelines for preparation for Zoom 2. Zoom 2, that is our second Zoom session, will take place this Friday, March 22nd. So to begin with, for St. John students, I am working on course content for which is going to be our 10th week of classes. We'll have, as a review, intercultural communications within museums. We're going to review challenge number 1, the museum object selection. In class, you're going to read about Panofsky's for the Canvas course. You're going to read about Panofsky's three levels of iconography, and we're going to be reviewing brief readings concerning communication and perception. This is what I'm going to be posting to the task cards: brainstorming techniques and ideas, the danger of a single story. It's a TED Talk. I've already posted 3 levels of iconography by Panofsky. Please look at this PowerPoint too, the developing and understanding of intercultural competence and how it works. The Darla Deardorff reading, Story Circles Intercultural Competencies Development Tool. This reading is going to be developed on the task cards. I'm asking you to review the first 3 pages. Let's see, what's the other one? And then for my students in the Museum Informatics class, please read the Panofsky's reading, Iconography and Iconology, an Introduction to the Study of Renaissance Art. We're going to be reviewing the task cards page, the quest team groups, and here's the Zoom link. Finally, there's an assessment activity, or I should put this plural, assessment activities. All right, I did. Challenge number 1 and reflective portfolio 1. I have to add one thing to this part, and it's has to do with reviewing each of your counterparts and how they're doing in this class. So to begin with, going to the task cards, I think it's the virtual exchange. Yeah, so to begin with, we've prepared a few from the very beginning of the workshop, a few readings for you to look at. That is how to work within your quest teams. We're asking you, after your quest teams form, to meet with your quest teams in between the scheduled Zoom sessions that are coming up. You can use the open Zoom room to check respective times, to meet with classmates or whatever. There's a reflective portfolio that Alexandra and I are asking you to do. This is particular to each LMS, but the readings are the same. I will show you those readings in a moment, and we'll upload them to the reflective portfolio here. This is the welcome PowerPoint and a YouTube presentation to the virtual exchange workshop. This presentation gives a bird's eye overview on what to expect for this course, due dates for assignments, and meeting dates and times for the upcoming Zoom synchronous sessions. And then we look at Professor Deardorff, why is intercultural competence important? And this is the YouTube video that we ask for you to look at. Then, in preparation for the first Zoom session, which already took place last Friday, your task was to do the scavenger hunt, which was on the world map, where you post an object or yourself explain who you are as an introduction. So, as a brief overview, this is what you guys did already. So most everybody did this assignment. This represents our class around the world. So thank you for participating in that. So then you were to think about what your needs are within an online learning environment for working together in your quest teams. We went over that during our Zoom session. not only that, but introductions in terms of the scavenger hunt. Everybody introduced themselves. So what Alexandra and I ask for you to do is review the etiquette page right here. It's a PDF for your code of conduct for the class. This right here is a title page representing the results from our breakout sessions. I guess I could color code this. So maybe we'll change that, maybe we'll not. So these are the results, right, going linearly down the line from our breakout rooms. So we asked students to start organizing themselves. All right, so first of all, Alexandra and I went ahead and organized students into individual breakout rooms at random. So the individual breakout rooms coded as breakout room 1, 2, 3, and so on. We asked students to set a baseline in terms of them talking to each other in their breakout rooms during the Zoom session and how or what their needs were to be able to work together. So a few students have already emailed me saying, hey, I wasn't able to attend the first Zoom session, but I noticed that Quest team groups were already set up. No, it might be, it's perceived by you that Quest team groups were set up, but that's not true. It's up to you as students to incorporate yourselves or set up among yourselves your own Quest team groups. That's not a task Alexandra and I are doing. That's what you do. So that's how Quest team groups appear to have been solidified already, which is not true. What you're seeing here from the first Zoom session are results of answers that students came back with, focusing on the question of what are your needs when working together within an online forum when completing a project. These were the needs people had listed within their breakout sessions in terms of what their needs were or are. So breakout room 1, for example, said sharing information to help each other out. Have a group chat via WhatsApp. Results from breakout room number 2, they said create a group chat. Working when we have the most energy. Our different learning styles. Breakout room 3 said chat via Discord or an app like it for ease. That's what happened here. These are the results. These are the results of the conversations that took place within each breakout room. There were 4. Now we're asking students to, at the end of that Zoom session, we asked students to start organizing themselves in groups. Here are the platforms that Alexandra and I are offering you within the task cards to start doing. It is your job as a student within this workshop to put your name in one or more of these task cards in terms of what would work best for you. So all I do is I click on the Quest team card and I edit. All right, I just click edit and I indicate my name, for example, right? Let me X out. So after the results from the breakout room, when you see Quest team 4 to 5 entries, like names, we're asking for names. That's what an entry is. Entries, maybe I should put, oh, no, it's there. So for this particular chunk or this card, weekdays noon Eastern Daylight Time, Göttingen evening. So there's a 5-hour difference right now. Enter your name if this time slot suits your schedule. So Nicole, thank you. You put your name down from SJU and even a time. That's great. Irene from Germany, thank you so much. Quest team, group 4 of 5. Weekdays, noon, enter your name if this time slot suits your needs. All right. For this quest team, focus on potential quest team members. Focus on, all right, if this schedule working weekdays in the morning or after for New York or US students, or in the afternoons for German students, enter your name in this time slot if it suits your schedule. So we're asking you by time and day of week to look at each of these task cards and annotate if any of these times or days suit you best. So it's meant here as a method. These task cards are to be used as a method among different students within this workshop to start organizing yourselves into groups based on time and weekday availability. So we're trying to help you in this manner in setting up your groups. So for this group right here, does anybody from St. John's, can anybody from St. John's who's not already in a group work during the weekends, right? Because if so, there's already 2 people from Germany here. So go ahead and jot your name down. This looks like it's a group. So here are groups solidified thus far. This quest team has indicated that these people let me step back. These people have indicated that they want to work together. So this group is basically solidified because I see 2 St. John students and 2 Germany students. So that's great. This quest team, it looks like it's pretty solidified. This is good because there's 2 St. John students and 2 Göttingen students. This quest team here, you actually look really good. So I would say you don't have to put the week. Oh, this is weekdays. You don't have to put times for this. If this is your task, your quest team group, I would say you're good to go with that. Everybody can edit in this page, and all of these pages. So don't be shy. Start communicating with each other in terms of solidifying your quest teams. So this is the results from the breakouts. And then these are the cards that you guys can use in terms of inputting your name and whether you're from St. John's or Göttingen to be able to work together. And then these groups look pretty solidified. So if I was to edit this, no, cancel. So if I was to edit this, go ahead and start color coding yourself. So we'll do orange. And this is grün. And this is, how do you say yellow in German? Is it gelb? Gelb? I forget. Rosa. All right, so I need a St. John student, please, to enter their name here. At least 2. All right, if you can work the weekends. All right, so we'll keep going. Then what we have for challenge 1, what you're supposed to be doing right now and what we reviewed in the first Zoom session. Find one or more museum objects that represent the culture, or your cultural groups that you feel most associated with. That represents let's just fix it, cultural groups that you feel associated with. Make sure the museum object or objects is or are within the public domain, and then upload your museum object here. This link takes you directly to the page. Add descriptive terms or hashtags to your objects and let your quest team members add their own descriptive terms. We're setting you up in terms of, with this part, creating that narrative and finding that common thread so that you can start crafting your museum brochures together. Then note what the similarities and differences are between and among your objects. Find the connections, right? This is something that you can just think about if so desired. Some students, I think, have already started this. So up, we're starting. So somebody already said serene beach and ocean scene, a small, large area of land that separates the land from the water. They are made of different materials, mostly sand, minerals, rocks. My object is in the public domain. All right, great. So you might want to go, I don't know who posted this. I can't see your image, so you might want to fix that. Where did you get your object from? What museum? What's the link? All right, so I need more information. So as you guys move forward and posting your objects here, these are the things that Alexandra and I are going to be looking at. So go ahead, put your name in the description, and feel free to add a link, add the attachment, provide us with more information so that we know who we're talking to on this page. What was this? That was the map. All right, that was a scavenger hunt. All right, so then in preparation for Zoom number 2, which takes place Friday, I'm almost done. This is the Panofsky YouTube video that I've already uploaded. Developing an understanding on how intercultural competence works. This goes with the reading that you're supposed to be reading for this this week. So just at least look at this YouTube video when you get a chance. And Alexandra has, we're going to set up a virtual feedback form for the second Zoom session. You'll see more about this. It's your likes, dislikes, things you want to see changed, whatever. All right, then for our Zoom session 2, which takes place March 22nd, which is a Friday, you're going to meet up with your individual Quest team members. So the groups that you're forming now, we're going to have those solidified by Friday. And you're going to introduce your individual artifacts and, and learn about your visual communication. That's what this week is about. And we're going to meet with our graphic designer, Tanya, and she's going to demonstrate to you and provide feedback on how you work with graphic designs. Here's her link to the website. Get out of that. And I'm going to have to fix that link. So this is an example of what Tanya has done. Let me see if I can post this. Copy. I'll add the link, I promise. All right. So this is the work that Tanya has done. This is her style. Right. So you can flip through these book designs. I'll have examples of our previous student museum brochures up here too in PDF format. But this is what Tanya does. She's a graphic designer. I know for the museum administration department people, this is a class you take, graphic design. All right, so in going forward then, I will have the resources that I said that I will have updated onto the task card page. The rest of the task cards are set out in a linear fashion. So the rest of the task cards, as we move forward for our next Zoom sessions, we will have preparation materials set up and events set up from the last Zoom session. And of course, if you can't make the Zoom session, one of us, probably me, will provide a summary of events that we did or went through within the task during the Zoom sessions, but we try to make things as transparent as possible here on the task cards page without providing a video because we can't share, according to GDPR guidelines, we can't share that kind of stuff online. All right, so if you can make it though to the next Zoom meeting, that would be great of you. We'd like to go ahead and make sure that we have our Quest team set up, and we would like you to all meet Tanya, our graphic designer, and have some input and on the type of museum, on the type of data elements or graphic elements you would like to work with, and start hashing out your color scheme for the final museum brochure. All right, so I have lots of work to do, as do you, so I appreciate your time right now. Thanks so much.